Hey, how you doing? So, today, how was it? Pretty good. From what I remember, I woke up at I would say 8:30 in the morning. Um my mom was taken out by our family friend to get some uh smoothies or well, actually no. Our family friend brought some smoothies to the house for both of them to have. They were from Starbucks. It was actually Frappuccino. My mom got a strawberry Frappuccino from our family friend. She tried it, and then she gave it to me to try, and I tried it. Then she tried putting some coffee in it, and then we both tried it. Without the coffee, it was kind of watery, not very flavorful, and overly sweet. With the coffee, it just had a weird wonky flavor that I wasn't a fan of. Then my mom and our family friend left, um, and I was getting ready to go to uh, the bank to get some business done. So I left. It was a 15-20 minute drive. Arrived. Um, then after that, uh, the business was completed. I drove back. Before I left, I needed to use the restroom. When I was done, I noticed that there was like some cool designs around me that I took pictures of that I thought would be some cool ideas to share with my mom. So that was pretty cool. Well, then I drove back home. When I arrived, I greeted my sister. Um, I told her what I was up to. She told me what she was up to. Then I made a sandwich with some corn chips and an A&W Zero Sugar. And I ended up watching some of the Red Letter Media Star Trek Voyager video. It was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. Very funny. And then after that, um, my my sister made some steamed vegetables with some cheese on top. She gave me some. I had that. That was pretty good. And then I texted my mom to ask if it was okay if I could have some of the birthday cake from yesterday. She said, "Yeah, in fact, you could have the whole thing if you want. I'm good. I don't want to eat the rest." So I was like, "Cool." So I had a piece of birthday cake with which was like strawberry shortcake. It was really good with 2 scoops of coffee almond ice cream. That was really good. I was continuing to watch Red Letter Media video with a cup of coffee. When I was done, I got dressed and ready for work, and um, my mom had arrived. I greeted her. She went with our family friend to a restaurant called the Outback because she was celebrating her birthday. And she put the food away and said that I could have some for lunch. I was like, cool. So then I said goodbye to my mom and sister. I told them that I loved them, and then I left for work. When I arrived at work, I punched in. I checked my schedule. I had a 3 to 11 shift again, and yeah, it. I think you know the drill at this point. So I guess I don't think I need to repeat it. Sweep everywhere. That's really all I need to say. But I guess I could point out some of the more interesting things that happened. There was an egg that was dropped on the floor. I wiped that and threw the wipings away, so nice. Um, Helped customers find what they need. That's always rewarding. Especially since I know the store so well that I work in. Um, I remember I was went on my break where I did some research on my phone. And then I went back down, continued sweeping, helped bag every now and then. Had a chat with one of my coworkers during my break. That was cool. Then I punched out for lunch at 6. I went home. I had the leftovers from the Outback. It was really good. I had coconut shrimp, although it was really huge shrimp, like super huge. Don't know why. I was like mutant shrimp. Some meat slices and some ribs. Pretty solid. Some mashed potatoes as well with cheese and sour cream and green onion. And and my sister wanted some shrimp, so she had some. Yeah, after that, I did feel pretty heavy, but I left. I said goodbye to my mom and sister. I told them I loved them, and then I went in my car. I drove away. I was listening to this new music from this band that I've never heard of that like is being making all the rounds right now because apparently like their music is so experimental but also really explorative and interesting. I forget the name of the band, but it's really weird. It's like this music video that's 22 minutes long with like these like people in these weird costumes, like they're black and white, like weird paint, like painted on faces and like a wiggly nose and stuff. Um, and like one's got a guitar and they're playing like instruments with their feet, and the other one's got like um, two drumsticks with drums in front of them, and yeah, that's it's really weird, but pretty interesting. Music makes me feel uneasy, but pretty cool. When I arrived back, I found out that I actually had my lunch break set for 7 to 7:30 because my co-closer actually was on lunch from 6 to 7. So that meant that no one punched in for the 6:30 sweep. So yeah, and then I checked my schedule because I was so used to being scheduled for 6 to 6:30 that I expected it to be 6 to 6:30, and when I checked, it turns out it was 7 to 7:30 today. So yeah, big oops. And then I checked my schedule in the break room, and it turns out that I was scheduled for 7 to 7:30 for lunch for all week and all next week. So now I know what to do, so that mistake won't happen again. I threw out the trash. Man, it was a busy closing day. I threw out um, the bakery trash, the produce trash. I had to split the produce trash into 2 extra bags on top of the 2 that were there, so 4 in total. Because the 2 that were there were overly stuffed, and like I tried pulling them out, I just couldn't because they were overly stuffed. There was like some bleach in one of them, and like got on my nose. It was not fun, but yeah, I stuffed them 2 empty bags, so that was good. I put that on a cart, took that out. Yeah, and then I brought the U-boat, not cart, U-boat, the U-boat for bakery back, and uh, and also I refilled the cleaner paper towels. I did all the go backs I could find. I cleared lot. I brought in the carts and the signs. I wiped down the check stands. And yeah, I did one final batch of go backs before the end of the day. Me and my co-manager closer were having some fun. Like I was pretending to be the cowardly lion, like put him up, put him up. So that was pretty fun. Yeah, and then we walked out, said good night, went in my car, and drove back home. When I arrived home, I was greeted by my sister, who was chilling in the kitchen watching something on her phone about aliens or reptilians. I took my vitamins. I brushed my teeth. I used mouthwash. I went in my room. I watched a little video about this this new image generator being made by ChatGPT. That was pretty interesting. And then I decided to record this video. There was other things I listened to today, like a little podcast by Simmy and Jimmy and Bixington. So that was pretty interesting. They were reviewing the Bride movie. Pretty weird sounding movie. Not sure if I'd ever check it out, honestly. And yeah, that's pretty much my day. All right, well, thanks for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody, and take care.